A WSU student recently took the next step towards fulfilling his dream of competing in the Tour de France. Derek Strom has more.
What if I told you that the road to the Tour de France ran through Pullman? Well, for WSU student Chris Dugan, it does. He's been racing for well over a decade, and making the Tour de France has always been his goal.
My first race was at 7, and it was in Bellingham, Washington. I won that race, and the feeling of competing, the feeling of like accomplishing, like a first place kind of position was really amazing. And then once I saw the Tour de France on TV, that was when I basically I said, this is what I want to do.
Soon enough, Dugan will be taking his talents from these Pullman hills to Spain, where he hopes to gain enough exposure to race for a World Tour team.
I got invited to race for a team in Spain, and the team is called Pemoy Sociedad Deportivo, which is basically Pemoy cycling team. And they race in races like the Copa de España, which is basically like the prestigious races, the top end races in Spain. And those are seen by the pro teams.
Dugan said that racing in Spain will give him the exposure he needs to eventually make the Tour de France.
With those races, with that race exposure, I'll be in the eyes of the big World Tour teams, is what they're called. And then if I can get a contract with them, then I can compete in the Tour de France.
Dugan's races will be televised in the U.S., so you'll be able to cheer him on from home. For Murrow News 8, I'm Derek Strom.
The ninth